Chief, sorry to prolong these questions, but of course all of our constituents are very concerned about proper fire protection. My understanding is that we're still dragging along with these discussions with UNM about getting a site for Fire Station 2. I was under the impression we were really going to be moving forward with that and that we had a meeting of the minds with the university. Could you update me on this? I know we're also under the gun in terms of committing the funding as well, or that we could lose our funding, some of it.
Mr. President, Councilor Benton, I'm probably not the best person to ask that question or answer that question. Probably Michael Reardon may be the best one. If Michael's here.
Mr. President, Councilor Benton, if I could take a shot at that. I've had recent discussions with UNM, and as recently as last Friday, I went over to the University of New Mexico and spoke with some of their executives over there. The area where we are trying to locate the station for purposes of access, emergency access to the interstate as well as other service areas has to be a very specific area. We don't want it in an interior roadway, limited access arterial roadway, things like that, because obviously we're having emergency equipment have to get out of that station and do rapid deployment. And we've had some difficulties with some of the folks at the University of New Mexico as to seeing that particular need. And I think we're at a point where they recognize that need, why it's a legitimate need, and they're agreeable to trying to provide us the best location of an alternative of about 3 different lots within that general area. But the differences between those 3 lots are very significant based on what Chief Breen and Mr. Reardon have pointed out. And we've taken it to an executive level to try to get them resolved, and we're hopeful that we will get them resolved very promptly, i.e. within a couple of weeks. I think there's a Regents meeting coming up.
Okay, well, I would like to be kept apprised of that, and I'll tell you very bluntly the reason. I think we ought to start taking a look at what it's costing us to provide emergency services to UNM.
Yes, sir.
If we're not going to get cooperation from these folks, then I think they need to start paying their way as far as what it's costing us to provide services to them. And I've been extremely disappointed with the sense that I've gotten of just the intransigence, as I can't put it in any other terms, on part of UNM. And I know we've had our squabbles in the past, and I'm prepared to legislatively start looking at this if they're not going to play ball with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Benton. President Harris.